So, hello, all you runners out there. I'd just like to welcome you to my very first ever YouTube video. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the Chevron Houston Marathon and the ABB 5K, both Houston runs, one on Saturday, the other on Sunday. We'll talk a little about the gear I wore and some of the swag that they gave away. Um, First off, so this is my first video. No clue what I'm doing. We're figuring this out. Just using my iPhone right now, sitting on my couch until I get my desk built since I just moved into a new place. Um, Exciting times. My dog might jump in here in a little bit. Who knows? But hopefully she'll stay passed out on the chair over there. So let's get to it. Let's talk about the Chevron Houston ABB 5K and the Chevron Houston Marathon. We'll start off with the 5K. The 5K was an easy, quick race out and back. There was an aid station somewhere out there on the course. Probably about 6,000 of your best friends out there running. Great start, though. You know, the national anthem was sung by a survivor who lost her leg at the Boston Marathon. So, you know, moments like that just really capture the whole essence of running and what it's about. And so that was a great moment that morning. I posted a picture up of the start line, just crazy amount of people for a 5K, which was great, especially for Houston, which is not known for fitness. Anyway, the race went well, ran in about 22 minutes, probably too fast for a pre-race with a marathon the next day. But the finishing line ceremony was fantastic downtown Houston. The views along the way, the route and everything was great. And the swag, well, they gave you this little ABB 5K medal, which was nice, I guess. And they also had a t-shirt they gave out during registration. It was a cotton t-shirt. I think I donated it to someone on the street. Lots of homeless in Houston. No other highlights really for the 5K. You know, time for me to go find some good dinner in Houston, which I did. I found a nice Italian place, and then I prepped for the marathon. Prepping for the marathon, I took some time that night to make sure I was properly hydrated. I drank some good Scratch Labs and Tailwind supplements and enjoyed myself, stayed away from the dairy, kept my feet up, and got ready for the next day. Big event, marathon, and the Seahawks were playing. So, here's my little thumbs up runners. They couldn't fit the runners on there, so we just went thumbs up run, marathon. And marathon well organized from initial start. Everyone started rounding up early in the morning. Inside the convention center, easy bag drop off, no problems whatsoever. They gave you large bags to put all your gear in. So I wore like a huge bulky sweatshirt down there for the race. A little chilly in the morning, so I started off with some free gloves that they gave me at the convention center, which was awesome. Wore those out, and just a t-shirt and some shorts, and froze for a little bit, but eventually got started. Aid stations along where we'll start at the start. The start was a phenomenal start. So they had probably about, I think, 5 heats, 5 waves. I was in the A corral, and all the other corrals were off to the side. Lots of latrines out there, good areas to mingle, and national anthem played. Helicopters were flying, the wind was blowing. Great start. Not a lot of crowd out there. You know, just coming from Chicago with my last marathon, thousands of people lined the streets. Here, not that many, but there were different areas that had a lot of people that were just in specific areas. So for the aid stations along the way, probably about every mile and a half, there was an aid station with water and with the Gatorade. I didn't really take any Gatorade, mostly water today. Ran with one bottle with me, usually do, and some Tailwind supplements. Ran on my Hoka Stinsons, which are probably on their last leg. I did several 100 miles in them last year, so it's probably a good idea to invest in some new shoes. I came out with a big old blister. The course is pretty flat, not very challenging as far as speed-wise. I didn't push it too hard. I only did a 411. I stopped 3 times. All of them were for beer. Lots of beer hanging out. I'm not a big Michelob or Bud Light drinker, but they had Michelob there. And about mile 21, when you're looking for something, a Michelob's a good pick-me-up. And then there was some good craft beer on an area they called the Party Zone towards the end, probably about mile 24 and a half, mile 25. Slight climb, and a lot of people partying in the median area. And so I just walked for a little bit and drank my beer and enjoyed the scenery. Beautiful conditions for running, though. Absolutely phenomenal. And, coming up to the finish line, the crowd started to thicken a little bit. And it was a great finishing experience. I'd probably rate it, my best finishing experience from all the different marathons I've run, which have been, I've run the Aspen Valley Marathon here in Colorado. I ran the Delaware Marathon. I ran the New Jersey Marathon and the Chicago Marathon, and now this one, all in the past year, and that's probably my best finishing experience. You ride in from the corral, everyone's loud, cheering, and everything like that, and then you progress into the convention center. Before I even got in the convention center, some girl already handed me an ice cream bar. Had to eat it, of course. Probably not the best nutritional value, but what are you going to do in points like that? After that, the convention center, they had great food in there. They had sausage, biscuits and gravy, eggs, yogurts, and probably the best hot chocolate I've had in a long time. So from a standpoint of finishing, that's probably the best finishing. The expo was okay. It was kind of smaller, nowhere near the size if you're seeing a Chicago, but a lot bigger than some of your local ones, like Delaware, for example, was very small. New Jersey was small. Aspen Valley was small. But this one, probably about 30 vendors, giving away a lot of good stuff, where I got the free gloves. So the medal I got was a very nice, big, heavy Chevron Houston Marathon medal, 26.2 finisher. One of the heavier ones I got, really nice. Enjoy it very well. Put it on the wall next to the rest of them. And if you did the 5K and the marathon, you got another special medal, which is this big shiny thing, the Houston Double 2016 finisher. Watch your eyes. So that's a nice little thing. Add that to the collection. And they also gave you a t-shirt, which I will show you right here. The t-shirt is made by Skechers, and initially when I went through registration and got my cotton shirt, I was disappointed again because of the quality of the shirt, and what you pay for a race, you'd expect a nice quality shirt. So I was a little happy when I got this finisher's shirt, as you can see, but thanks to Skechers, I got these two, I don't know if you can see them, lines were pleats down the back. They go all the way down the back. You bend over, you can feel it rubbing from the material because the way it's stitched on your back. Not really going to use that ever again for anything over 5K. And then this big thing right here, yeah, it's iron pressed on. Not too exciting. A little disappointed. So maybe I'll donate that too. Anyway, so for our different categories for the expo, the value of the race, I'd give it a 3 out of 5. For the overall race itself, the course and the flatness and just some of the scenery, I'd probably give it another 3 out of 5. For the swag, gonna have to give it another 3 out of 5, just kind of average here. Overall, probably the race gets a 3 out of 5. So I would recommend the Houston Marathon. The crowds are great. The runners are great. But it's not a lot of excitement as far as swag or anything else. So it's a no-frills race. Definitely a little challenging for anyone that hasn't run in a couple weeks. So train up. Until the next race, which will be the half marathon up in Denver, February 7th, I will say adieu. Thumbs up, runners.